Technical difficulties, man. I'm figuring it out. But we got a lot of stuff we want to talk about today. I'm gonna show y'all some habits to help you become more successful, help you build the mindset of a baller. We're gonna talk about Megan Thee Stallion getting dumped, and we're gonna talk about Trump. We're gonna talk about getting money. We're gonna talk about getting money in the markets. We're gonna talk about starting business. We got a lot we want to cover today, man. I'm excited to share this with you. Let's get it. Okay, it's victory talk time. It's time for that victory talk. You know what it is. You know the vibes. I am your host, Big Brandon Carter, King Keto, Gymnasium Jesus. We out here. We doing it big. Man, Nima is still on a secret mission. All right, getting the thought repellent ready. You know, we're gonna talk more about that later. But he's on a secret mission, and when he comes back, I think we're gonna have some thought repellent. I think we're gonna have some thought repellent ready. Anyway, man, this is episode number 294 of the Victory Talk podcast. I am your host, Big Brandon Carter, King Keto, Gymnasium Jesus, the Southside Savior, Unctimus Prime. All right, and this is episode. Is this episode? What episode is this? This is episode 294. Yo, we getting it in, man. We got a lot we want to cover today. Been a lot of news since last time we was on this shit, and I'm excited to share that with you. And we'll talk about some ways you can get some money, how you can build better habits so you become rich and successful and shit. I'm well suited to teach y'all that. All right. Before we get into it, we got two sponsors. Number one is me. This Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am doing a live training where I will show you how to grow your online fitness business, all right, using AI. I'm going to show you how to use AI to grow your following, get more clients, right, make more sales, get more money, and I'm going to show you how to use AI to actually help you train your clients so they get amazing results. I'm really excited to share this with you. I'm gonna give you the whole game. I ain't gonna hold nothing back. You want to show up with pens and pads and paper. All right, the link is in the description. First link in the description. Make sure you register for that. You do not want to miss out on this. All right, it's going down. It's gonna be lit. All right, you're gonna learn a lot. You're gonna learn a lot different money making ways, different ways to make money as an online trainer. If you've been thinking about becoming an online trainer, if you've been thinking about making money in the fitness industry, here's the opportunity to learn how to do it for free. I made my first $1 million as an online trainer, and it's even easier now if you know what you're doing. It's not overcrowded. It's not overcrowded. There's not too many people doing it. If you know the things I'm gonna teach you on Sunday, because I'm gonna show you how to stand out in that arena. And I taught over 15,000 people how to grow successful online fitness businesses. Some of them y'all know, man. Some of them have become pretty popular on social media, man. You follow them, you know. I'm your idol's OG, you know. All right, your Fitspo. I'm his OG, her OG, you know. And you might as well come get it from the source this Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Click the link in the description. Register now. All right. The next sponsor is Thought Repellent. Thought Repellent is the easy to apply spray to keep the hoes away. Once you learn how to make a lot of money with your online fitness business, and you learn how to get in amazing shape, stuff we're going to talk about tonight, man, look, bro, you ain't going to be out here, man, how do I rizz up girls? You ain't going to be doing that. It's going to be too many girls on you, right? And not all girls is good girls. You might not be as lucky as me, you know what I'm saying, to find a Dominican princess, like a Dominican Pocahontas. You might have to kiss a lot of frogs to find your princess. That's why we invented Thought Repellent. So thought repellent is genetically engineered to repel thoughts, hoes, sluts, skanks, skeezers, Jezebels, and scallywags. Oh, and also hood rats. All right. We want to have this out in about 2 weeks. Nima is on a mission right now, literally swimming through the Strait of Hormuz. I can't tell you how he's going through it, but he's going through it because we had it developed in Iran, where he's from, his homeland. He had to sneak back in, and hopefully he'll be able to sneak out with the thought repellent. All right. But to fund this trip, we crowdsourcing this. All your super chats go towards thought repellent and getting this out to the public. All right. All your super chats go to that. Hey guys. Someone wanted to talk to you guys about. Oh, you know what? But it's not. And you know who's going to read those super chats? You know who's going to read them? Minovia, DJ Chiquita Grande was good. You know what I'm saying? DJ Chiquita Grande. Sorry, I forgot to mention you in the intro. I got a lot going on. I got to do all this shit. Nima used to be here. It's just me. But DJ Chiquita Grande, she's manning the chats, kicking out all the haters. Anybody talk crazy, you know, they're getting kicked out. And she's gonna be reading all your super chats. You know what it is. We're gonna have Young Candlestick in later. Hey man, I don't know if y'all seen it. Tell me if you've seen it, if you heard, but Meg Thee Stallion broke up with Klay Thompson. You know, she alleged, right? Everybody's innocent till proven guilty. She alleged that this brother was cheating on her. You know what I'm saying? She made a little Instagram post. See if I can find it. She said, she said, "You cheating? What? I held you down through your horrible mood swings." Right, let me find the quote, man. Because listen, I don't know that brother was cheating. You know, I don't know that, but we're gonna hear her say what Shorty said, man. Oh yeah, here we go. I think I found it. Let me see what this whole post. All right. I don't know if I remember how to share screens. Yeah. Hold up, man. Hold up. Share my screen right quick, man. All right. So Maggie, what did I? This shit is harder than I thought without Nima. Pause. Am I sharing the screen? No, I'm not sharing it. Give me a second. I thought I was sharing it. I really did. Hold up, man. I got this. I can do this. I believe in myself. What? I'm not as good at this as I thought. Hold on, just wait. Now the shit is frozen. Yo, am I frozen? I don't think it's my fault. I think this is a technology issue. Right? Oh, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna read the shit because it's something came up and it said that I'm not able to read this shit. But anyway, she said cheating had me around your whole family playing house, got cold feet holding you down. Okay, he said he got cold feet. Let's break this down. She said he got cold. I want to share this image. Okay, I think I can do it. I think I can work this out. I think it's that page is acting crazy. I think I need a different computer for this if I'm gonna be doing the streaming. This shit is acting slow. It's fucking up my whole flow, man. Now I got that little spinning wheel. Guys, I'm doing the best I can. I promise you I am. I got the little spinning Mac wheel. All right. Hold up. think we got it. Whatever. I think I'm just gonna share this. Okay. Got it. All right. So I was gonna go to the page, but whatever. All right. So this what Megan Thee Stallion wrote. She was up in this bitch. She said, cheating had me around your whole family playing house. Got cold feet. So what that tells me is that maybe cold feet. See, cheating. Does this mean he cheated? I don't know if this means he cheated, man. I don't know. Maybe he accused her of cheating. You know what I'm saying? We don't know that. We don't know. And then he said he got cold feet, like he don't want to be with her no more. But why wouldn't he want to be with her, man? Maybe this would be a lesson for all the hoes and all the niggas who out here trying to wife the hoes, right? She said, oh, you got cold feet. Why would he get cold feet? Let's take this. Who has Megan been with publicly, right? So she's been with Moneybag Yo, a nigga named Torrey Craig, an NBA player. I think this nigga played for the Bulls. Another nigga named Romu Luku. Then the rapper G-Eazy, the white rapper G-Eazy, right? Tory Lanez, and a bunch of other motherfuckers. Maybe he was like, yo, here's my theory. Maybe he was like, yo, I don't know if this is what I want to do, man. She said she was holding him down, blah, 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 right? And now he don't know if he can be monogamous, right? Maybe he don't know if he can be monogamous with her. You feel me? Maybe he was just trying to fucking smash. This is a theory. She ain't say cheating. She just wrote the words cheating. Had me around your family. I mean, it's implied that maybe he was cheating, but then he said, yo, got cold feet, don't know if he can be monogamous. You know, man, here's a lesson. Like, if there's any hoes watching, like hoes, you know, niggas will fuck with some hoes, you know. They'll fuck with some hoes, but would they really want to wife up a hoe? Like, for real, you know, maybe this is my theory. This is a theory that maybe he was just having fun, man. She wanted to take it to the next level, get engaged and all this shit. And he is like, nah, bitch, I was just fucking you, man. I don't know if I want to get married to you. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. This is just a hypothesis I'm having. You know, I seen some shit where this bitch was like, we didn't even know Klay Thompson before he started with Meg Thee Stallion. We didn't even know him. Like, bitch, you don't know. You know who the fuck you talking about? You talking about a light-skinned legend. You talking about a light-skinned legend, man. 4-time NBA champion. 5-time NBA All-Star. You see, 2-time all NBA. All defensive team. Come on, man. All rookie team. The nigga who scored the most has the record for scoring the most points in a quarter. 37 in the third quarter of a game. The man who scored the most three-pointers in a single game. Y'all remember that game? When Klay Thompson hit 14 three-pointers in a row? Yeah, I remember because it was against the Chicago Bulls. My man hit 60 points in less than 30 minutes once. My man, this nigga got a gold medal. They retired his college jersey. Man, man. My man said over here, that's light skin excellence. Yeah, man. I agree. I agree, man. In fact, I think Klay might have been motherfucker. Klay might have been like slumming it, right? I think Klay Thompson could have did better. That's a light-skinned legend right there. You feel me? That's one of the light-skinned goats. You heard? 4-time NBA championship, man. You think I seen like girls online saying, man, how's he gonna do better than that? How's he gonna do better than that? 4-time NBA champion. You know what I'm saying? The nigga's like 6'7". Nigga's like 6'7", foot tall. He's super rich. Yeah, my man, he was doing, I like that. He was doing charity work, man. Think he might have just wanted to have fun with a. Okay, here's another theory, man. Clay looked like a good boy. He looked like a good boy. Like shit he be posting, he be out here fishing. Might have been a good boy. And he just wanted to fuck with a hood chick for a minute. You know? Maybe he just wanted to fuck with a hood thought right quick. Just to have some fun. He got that out of his system. Now he can go find his wife. What if it's that? Because she didn't say he was cheating. She just said the word cheating. And then he got cold feet. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got a DJ Chiquita Grande gonna come up in here, man.
If someone says the first word is cheating, then that means the person cheated.
Does it?
Really?
I feel like why she leave it up to the interpretation? Why she just say?
Because she doesn't have to explain it to anybody. Does she have to put that post up? No, but she wrote cheating. And you keep talking about how he didn't want to wife her, but he was the one that posted pictures of them first.
I mean, he might have liked her.
He did the hard launch on vacation.
Yo, he might have, just because he might have liked her, you know?
You don't post pictures of a girl that you like. You might post her arm or her ass in a story, but not in the main page.
I mean,
that man cheated.
We don't know that. We don't know. He just said the word cheating, and now he got cold feet. This is what this shit say, man. You know.
You don't have an argument, babe. Like this.
No, we don't know this. She might have wrote cheating. She might have wrote cheating.
Just because it says cold feet doesn't mean he got cold feet. It says
she might have wrote
nothing.
What if he was accusing her of cheating and she wrote cheating? You had me around your whole family, right? What if it's like that? That's how I interpret it. Like he accused her of cheating. She might have been out here acting crazy. What's that?
He would have been the one with a statement, not her.
Nah, man, he a real nigga. He ain't never gonna have no statement about a breakup. What kind of sucker shit is that? Yo, listen, any of you niggas do a statement on Instagram about a breakup, I'm gonna unfollow you in real life. All right? If I ever see a nigga make an Instagram story about a breakup, I'm unfollowing you in real life, man. He ain't gonna do that. You know, you just got to eat that. Real man ain't never supposed to show his feelings. You just keep it inside and let it fester. You swoosh it down. You swoosh those feelings down.
But then there's a list of guys you hate then, because you hate A-Rod, Offset.
Why I hate A-Rod?
Justin Bieber, because they've all posted a statement on Instagram after a breakup. Yep.
I guess I'm just like a real nigga, so I ain't pay attention to no shit like that, you know. A-Rod, you know, man, I don't want to say publicly, but you already know. Listen, you lived in New York, you know what's up with A-Rod. If you don't know what's up, you should have known what's up when him and J-Lo changed clothes. And then when everyone's doing that trend and he was wearing J-Lo's clothes, shit. You ain't know what was up before then. You should have known after that. And yeah. Yo, man, you don't need to write no statement. And you know, listen, ain't none of the guys you mentioned, except for maybe A-Rod, got the accolades of Klay Thompson. You heard? 4-time NBA championship, man. NBA champion. The brother still averages like 40 points from the 3-point line. I don't know if he cheated. Personally, I'm gonna say no until proven otherwise. We, you know, and even if she did say he cheated, that don't mean she right. She might be wrong.
What?
Yeah, man. Bitches be wrong. Be like, oh, so wait a minute. Megan Thee Stallion is just, she can't make mistake.
Because she's the one that cheated. No, he cheated. And then it's like, what
No,
other
you don't know
reason?
she
No, no,
cheated.
no, no. What would be another reason why a girl will break up with a guy after she cooked him a Thanksgiving dinner, met the family?
Bro, how you know? You making a lot of assumptions. How you know she broke up with him? Right? He said,
Because that's all over the place.
nah. He said, oh, you got cold feet and you don't know if you can be monogamous. It sounds like he fucking dumped her to me from her statement. It said, yo, you don't know if if you listen, man. It says you don't know if you can be monogamous. Oh, what's happening? What I do? It says you don't know if you can be monogamous. Yo, man, it sound like he dumped her because he didn't want to be monogamous, or at least not with her.
Cam says she was actually being a wife and he probably wasn't ready. I agree.
Maybe not with her. Maybe not with her.
And therefore she broke it off.
You don't know that? No, you don't. Like I'm being like dead ass.
It's on the web. She broke up with him. That is what you see everywhere.
That's what they saying.
Oh my God.
That's what they saying. We don't know the truth. Yeah, man. My man said, "Yo, who trying to wife up Meg?" Yo, man. Listen, man. Listen. There's girls that you wife up, respectable women like you, baby. You know what I'm saying? Respectable queens like you. Then you got bitches who rap about how good their pussy is. right. There's women like you. I'm sorry, queens like you, baby girl. You know what I'm saying? Who you wife up. You gotta hold on. You get one of those. You get one like that. You gotta lock it down. You know what I'm saying? There's that kind of woman. Then there's a woman who sings and dances about how good her pussy is. I don't think those two are the same. What do you guys think? You guys want to wife up girls who sing about how good their pussy is? Is that's who you want having your kids kissing them in the mouth? you want that bitch kissing? Bitch who always got her tongue out going. What was her?
Clay was interested. He found out, and then he wifed her up. That's what happened.
Man, he was
exactly what happened because of that song.
Listen. To be honest with you, man, I once seen a meme where this dude was like, girls be like, guys can't tell if we faking an orgasm or not, and the dude said, yo, girls can't tell if we faking a relationship. And I think he might have been in that. I think she might have fell in that camp, you know. I think you just have some fun for a minute with the chick who's like twerking in front of millions of people. I don't know if that's who you want raising your kids. I don't know what you guys think. Like, I don't think it makes a listen. I don't think it takes a fucking Sherlock Holmes to figure that shit out. Okay, let's take a poll from the audience. We got a good amount of people. Type 1 if you want to wife up a bitch who's twerking in front of millions of people, singing songs about how good her pussy is. I'm sorry, how wet her pussy is. I apologize. I want to misquote the woman. Is that the kind of woman you want to have? You want to wife up and have kids with? Mommy, what does WAP mean? Mommy, some kids in school said you got a song called Wet Ass Pussy. Type 2 if that's not the kind of girl you want to wife up. My man said Nicki Minaj. Yeah, she got a husband. A fucking career criminal ass nigga. Like, y'all don't know. I lived in Queens for mad long. Her husband is like, I don't want to say nothing bad about the nigga. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Matter of fact, his reputation precedes him. Hey, Nicki Minaj's husband, you a real nigga. I ain't say nothing bad about you. I don't want no smoke. But yeah, man. I listen. I don't think she broke up with him, and if he did, I don't think he. You think he can't get another thick bitch from Houston? You know what I'm saying? You think, like, straight up, you think the fucking 4-time NBA All-Star, one of the fucking top 20 greatest light-skinned niggas alive, can't get another thick booty bitch from Houston if you want? I don't know. Sounds like you agree with me, DJ Chiquita Grande.
Nope.
Sound like we're in agreement? Nah. All right. Well, listen. Now that we got that out the way, let's talk about making some. Let's talk about ways we can make some money. Let's bring in Young Candlestick with the market update. Yo, Greg, what up? I think I got to add you to the. There you go, man.
What's up, Brandon?
What's good, homie?
We have a lot to cover today.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we do.
We have earnings. We have the Fed rate decision coming tomorrow. It's going to be Jerome Powell's last Fed conference.
Damn.
So that's going to be pretty exciting. But I think the biggest thing that's going to move the market is going to be earnings. Okay. So we got Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, Google,
damn,
bunch of semiconductors, Ford, Chipotle, Apple, Caterpillar. There's a lot that's going to be reporting tomorrow after the close.
Okay.
And when we're looking at the S&P 500, we're just hanging out near all-time highs in an overbought state. And so this is going to be wild. The market's either going to be a lot higher or a lot lower by the end of the week. Okay. So if the market drops, I think that the most it could really drop is about 4%. Okay. And the same goes for the upside. I think the upside, maybe 2 or 3%. What we have here on the daily chart of the SPY is this point of control. It's this thick ass red line. And basically this is where a lot of volume and shares were transacted. Look at this level. It's right here. And it's just bouncing off it, bouncing off it, bouncing off it. Had a 1-day pause, and we haven't even really tested it. So if the market is selling off 4%, I do think that that's the dip buy for the year.
If it hits that spot.
Yeah, if it can get there. It might not. You know, some hedge funds are short, some hedge funds are long. I'm hearing good arguments for both sides. So we're going to peel back the layers of the onion to find out what's going to happen next. So in terms of big cap tech earnings, you know, if I had a gun to my head and I had to like pick bullish or bearish or just neutral, Google, if I had a gun to my head and I had to pick a direction, I'd say bullish.
Yeah.
Okay. Fresh all-time highs, bullish. Okay. Amazon. I'm not as bullish on Amazon as I am on Google, but I still think Amazon can probably get a small pop. Okay. Especially with their investment in Anthropic. Okay. Meta.
Well, Amazon has a investment in Anthropic.
Yep. Yeah, that's what kind of created this like latest rally over here. Amazon, this latest 7-8% rally. If you invest in AI, you get billions of dollars flooded into your stock.
Yeah, that just seems like that's how that works, huh?
Yeah. We just need to announce that for victory trades. I'm buying Anthropic, you guys.
Yo, man, y'all ain't know, man, but we were early investors in Anthropic.
Yeah. Boom.
Yo, you guys, if you got any questions, if you want us to analyze any stocks, leave a super chat. And Greg will analyze any stock, security, crypto, anything with a fucking chart. We'll look at it, you know?
You got it. Meta's reporting earnings as well. I'm leaning kind of bullish. It's sitting in this weekly bull flag. I guess it's like a monthly bull flag.
Oh.
It's either going to break out or not. You know, everything's like right at that spot.
I've heard some bad news. I've heard that the Chinese government is trying to block their acquisition of Manus because they wanted to buy it for $2 billion. Or they bought. I thought that was the done deal, but I've heard recently that the Republic of China is trying to motherfucking block that shit. Probably as a result, of global tensions between the East and West, all this East-West beef.
I know, right?
90s all over again. And they get, where they get most of their oil from, right?
What, Iran?
Yeah. That's where China gets most of their oil from, man.
There's been like a bunch of conspiracies that China has been like helping Iran with the war. I don't know which of them are true or not.
They have to. They get most of their oil from there. Like it'd be irresponsible for them not to help them with the shit.
All these damn proxy wars.
It's a proxy war, man. And this might be a part of it. If you guys voted for Trump, man, I'm assuming you guys went into this thinking, man, I don't care what happens. I just hope we can get into a war with Iran and get a ballroom.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's what y'all voted for.
A ballroom.
I'm assuming that's what everybody voted for.
I can look it on my phone.
So it's working out just great for you. All right, well, let's keep going.
Yeah. So Meta, if I had to pick a direction, I'd still lean a little bit bullish, but anything can happen with that. Apple, I'm kind of leaning bearish. Apple's kind of been lagging the broad market. Apple has not gotten as involved in the AI race as other big cap tech companies. And so, Apple, I wouldn't be surprised if it dropped, 4 or 5%. Nothing crazy because Apple has a lot of cash on its balance sheet. So when you're buying Apple stock, you're actually just putting a lot of your money in cash. So that is something to consider. But if I had to pick a direction, I like Apple puts before earnings if you're going to gamble away some money.
Apple puts before earnings, huh?
Yeah. We'll find out on Friday. I could be wrong on all of these. I could be right on all of them. I could be wrong or right. I could be right on some, wrong on others.
Yeah.
This is just for fun, shits and giggles. Microsoft, right. I'm leaning bullish. It's consolidating bullishly, well below its fair value of $600 per share. Stock is at $429, has a big ass gap to fill up at $480. So I wouldn't be surprised if Microsoft was at $480 in the next few weeks or months. And so my main thesis, though, is if I'm bullish on most of the big cap tech earnings, what's going to happen with QQQ? QQQ, I might do something like sell bullish put credit spreads saying, hey, QQQ, this week, I think you're going to stay above this like 640 level, the prior all-time highs. As long as it stays above that level, I'll collect the full premium. If not, I'm going to take a loss. So that's another potential earnings idea. You just need the majority of earnings to kind of go well for you. And even if they do drop, can they recover after the drop? Because there's a lot of extra implied volatility before earnings, meaning they price in a big range. And then after earnings, implied volatility tends to crush. So after earnings is a great time to buy calls, buy puts on whatever you're bearish
Unless
on.
we want to gamble.
That's if you want to gamble. I mean, you can have a trade setup. Everything is before earnings. It's a gamble. It's just the algos are going to do whatever you want. After earnings, you can find some trade setups. There'll be some bull flags. There'll be some bear flags. There'll be some retracements that you can capture.
What's the calendar? What's about that? What's popping off? What's coming through?
On what?
What earnings are happening this week?
Oh, we got Google, Amazon, Meta, Apple, Microsoft.
Oh man, this is like all the big ones.
It's literally everything besides Tesla. Tesla already reported earnings and they shit the bed.
No shit. All they do is lie. All Elon does is lie. That's all he fucking does, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he ain't a genius or he ain't done a lot of amazing shit, but he also lies frequently, right? Because that last earnings report, I remember I was reading some of that shit, and he was like, "Yeah, that whole autonomous car shit. Yeah, we ain't really ready. We ain't really close to having that shit out."
Yeah,
that shit may never happen. Like straight up. Like I'm obviously I'm paraphrasing, but yo, he's been lying about this shit for so long, and ain't nobody gonna buy a fucking Tesla robot to walk around their house. You really telling how fucking serious people, people are really really want privacy, right? Most Americans like privacy. Am I right?
I like privacy.
Yeah. So you want a fucking Elon Musk robot recording everything it sees and hears in your fucking house and sending it to a Tesla database? Fuck out of here.
Elon decides he doesn't like Brandon. He just drives your car across a cliff.
Fuck that shit, man. And if I see that motherfucker walking, let's say I had that bitch in my house and this motherfucker was walking around doing some shit, I would for sure shoot its fucking head off with my night gun.
Yeah. If it just jump scares you, in the middle of the night.
No, yeah,
trying to pee.
I'm not going to assume, that's the fucking Tesla robot. Now I'm assuming it's an intruder. Or maybe I'm assuming what the fuck the Tesla robot doing up? Yeah. It's supposed to be on the charger.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's supposed to be on the charger. It's doing some shit.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
While you're sleeping.
I'm shooting the shit out of it with the night gun.
Elon Musk, his net worth is about 800 billion. He's going to say or do whatever it takes to become the world's first trillionaire.
Yeah, listen, man. Listen.
Not saying it's right or wrong. He's perpetually squeezed the stock at every point where it's had the chance to like break down or sell off. So he's trying to like give like a news catalyst just to save the stock, just to squeeze the shorts, bring in the buyers.
Companies running off vibes. They can't even fucking sell a fucking Cybertruck. It has like the worst resale value of like any fucking automobile, man. They're not that good. and they got a branding problem. Like straight up, like on some real shit. They got a branding problem because don't know liberals, the people who are most into environmental shit, people who like buy EVs, they're not gonna get a fucking Tesla, right? Yeah. And then the conservatives, they're not like the conservatives I know, the diehard, they might want a fucking monster truck, a tank. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want an electric car. I seen one of my boys. I got two friends. They super conservative, right? I was with them when Trump got elected, and these motherfuckers, you would have thought they won the lotto. And they was on their story. They was making fun of one of their friends who pulled up in a Tesla, clowning this nigga mercilessly.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, in Minnesota, you'll have like your Cybertruck or Tesla keyed. Like if it's parked out.
Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Roblox. The shit looks like Roblox.
Yeah.
It looks
the
like
start
a Roblox
of Roblox.
You know what I'm saying?
This has been our number one short for the past 6 months.
Yeah, man.
Keeps getting its ass beat.
Yeah. And rightfully so, man. Like it's a bullshit company.
It's like, it's one of those things where it's a lot of hopes and dreams, and like maybe it's executed one day, but you kind of need to see that cash flow right here, right now, especially in today's market.
Why is this motherfucker always? He's just full of shit, though. It's like he over promises and under delivers. The entire history of this company has been the motto to be over promise, under deliver. That could be the motto.
Yeah,
I will say though. Riding in one of those, like, I mean, there are some cool things about the car, but it's like, it doesn't support its evaluation.
Yeah, at least for now.
Yeah.
So that's Tesla, though, and that's the big cap tech earnings. So Tesla already shit the bed. Let's see what Google, Amazon, Meta, Apple, Microsoft does. On other fronts, oil prices are still really high relative to where they were just 2 months ago. And so I think this new regime of oil higher for longer is here to stay. And that really can put the United States in a recession, especially if it gets super high. Based on the oil chart, it's not wanting to break down. It's tried to. I'm leaning neutral to slightly bullish right now. And another reason for that is that commodities are in a super cycle. There's a trade I gave you guys a few weeks ago, and it was on wheat. So this is the chart of wheat right over here. I've got some call options, call spreads on that.
Give us that wheat trade.
Yep. I gave you guys that wheat trade. Victory Trades members are in this wheat trade. Yep. So I'm still in it because it broke out on an increase in volume. I'm just going to be holding. I'd like to see wheat. And a big reason for this too is not just fundamentals, but technicals. So look at the weekly chart. The weekly lower highs, lower lows, right? Downtrend. But then the RSI starts to build out higher lows on a weekly basis. And then we break out right here on a rise in volume. Okay, something has changed in the character of wheat. This is the highest volume wheat has seen in a very long time, since mid 2023. And even then it's double that. And so we broke out, we back tested it, we confirmed it as support, and now we're breaking out again. I think that wheat goes higher, which ties into higher oil prices, which can thwart the S&P 500. Okay. If we take a look at gold, gold kind of looks neutral to slightly bearish in the short term. I told you guys you're not missing out on anything on gold. And so far that's been the case. I'm glad I've stayed away. Sometimes the best trade is just, hey, hands off. Don't need to touch it. So you
ain't got to be in every trade, man.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many things to trade. You gotta feel confident about the setup. You want to have your research done. You want to use intermarket analysis to help confirm your trades. And gold just really hasn't been there. It hasn't gone up a lot, hasn't gone down a lot. And I expect that to remain the case. So that's gold. Bitcoin's still dead money.
Man, ain't
still dead money. Still just consolidating in this bear flag. It did pop when we were on the podcast last Tuesday. I said it could probably pop 4 or 5%. It did exactly that. Found resistance at 80K, right back to the same spot. So Bitcoin, I just say there's so many better places to put your money.
So many better places.
Yeah.
And those other places are real.
Real. Yes. Like, it would be crazy if Bitcoin did crash. I don't think Bitcoin crashes. It could get as low as 20K. I don't think it does. I think the low for the year could probably be something like 35 to 40K. But it would be crazy if Bitcoin did go to zero and it was like the biggest scam over like the last decade. Like everybody got roped in for a decade.
It is a scam. If it's, I mean, listen. So far, there's a lot of people have made money off it. I've made money off it, right?
Yeah, me too.
I still think it's bullshit. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I still think it's bullshit, but I'll trade anything, you know?
Yeah.
Fucking goats. You know what I'm saying?
Cattle.
Yeah, man. I'll trade anything. You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely. So Bitcoin, I just don't see much. You need to see a lot of volume come into Bitcoin if you're going to trade it. If you're investing in it, cool. Just be okay with it potentially going to zero. As long as you're cool with that, then you're good to go. In terms of other ETFs to dollar cost average into, if you don't want to like hop in and hop out and deal with all this macro news and bullshit, DTCR, I brought this up a few weeks ago, data center ETF. Since then, it's up 9%. And I think that this is a good ETF to dollar cost average into, the data center ETF. Okay. One of my favorite stocks, my favorite data center stock is NBIS. This is coming into a buy setup in the next few days, if not now. It's retesting its former all-time highs. Let's see if this can bounce. If it doesn't, that's totally cool. I know I'd be wrong on NBIS if it broke underneath 80, but I think that this stock can 3x, 5x, 10x in the next 3 to 5 years. So NBIS, leap call spreads, shares, you name it. That's a stock that I like. Semiconductors. This is a great ETF to dollar cost average into. I've been saying that for a number of months, a number of years. Sometimes the timing on this can be crazy, but every time it makes new all-time highs, it goes on a wicked run. So semiconductors, just in the past few months, are up 40% year to date. 40%. So if they could come back to like 427, 430, that could be a dip buy. Otherwise, I think just dollar cost averaging into it. You guys know that we've been talking about NVIDIA. NVIDIA broke out to fresh new highs. I posted a trade idea and trade ideas channel for Victory Trades members. $40 turned into $150 in just 2 days. So that's a cool trade. NVIDIA looks strong. It looks like it could get to that 230 level. It just made new all-time highs. Another one is TSM. We made money. We more than doubled our money on TSM calls and call spreads.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah. I still like this stock. It does have a little bit of a bearish divergence, which kind of plays into the theme where don't be surprised if the market pulls back. but also don't be surprised if it goes higher. It's one of those tricky spots where I wish I could tell you, yes, the market's going lower. Yes, the market's going higher. You kind of got to pick your favorite stuff and stick to your guns, or just avoid the drama. But long-term, I like TSM. I like it right here. I like it at 300. I like it at 340. I like it on a breakout. So that's a good stock. EEM, I do think that this can start to outperform the S&P 500 in the next few years. Right now, it's on par. Okay, it's on par with the S&P 500, which is a beast of a benchmark. So that's emerging markets. These are like longer term investments, dollar cost average investments, not financial advice, just something that you can do. ILF is pulling back right into support, and it did start to form a hammer candle. So I do like ILF, Latin America. I think this is a decent spot. It's a decent spot. We did have a bearish divergence into that new high, which made it kind of sell off just a little bit. Of course, VU, simple dollar cost average, tough to beat. And then lately, I've also liked QQQI. This is the NASDAQ income ETF. I've got 100 shares of this, so nothing crazy. But I get a $63 damn dividend each month. You know,
it's not bad at all.
Not too bad. Just chilling, and it's going to be correlated with the NASDAQ. All these big cap tech companies are reporting, and they're still looking good long term. I like QQQI. Some other trades. Yeah. Do you guys remember last week I brought up car stock? I said I'm short from 700.
I do remember car. Yeah. That shit going crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Okay, so here's the thing. You could have lost money, but here's the thing. Yeah. That was the green candles. That's a parabolic move, right? I mean, it just goes up like super fast. Parabolic moves almost always revert to baseline. So like I could have predicted this shit. Like we seen this shit happen so many times over the last few years. GameStop looked just like this. AMC looked just like this. Remember Kodak? When you remember Kodak? Yeah, they had got like some fucking
KODK.
Crazy deal.
I don't even think it's listed anymore.
Yeah, but they got some crazy
recent run. Jesus. Yeah, look at this. Stock goes from $1.50 to 60.
Yeah, to 60.
And then tanks.
I mean, it's been on a run since then, like recently, but that's But it's like, it almost always goes back to baseline.
Yeah. And I didn't even need it to drop damn 70-80% from my entry. I was just saying, hey, this is getting carried away. I'm short from the 700 level. I could get squeezed to 1,000. I did get squeezed a little bit. I was down 18% the next day. But then literally after that, I said, this is a ticking time bomb. We're going to see a fat ass red candle, halts on the way down, gap downs, buyers trapped. Ironically enough, I think that this could actually start to be a dip buy if it comes down to 150. Dip buy it at 150 and just quick flip it. Do not invest in this stock. Quick flip this shit at like 200. You get a.
It's not a good stock.
Return.
Like it's not a good company.
No.
Like that shit's going. That shit may go out of business. You know.
Oh yeah.
Like they might go. That shit can go out of business. So yeah. Yo, you got 2 super chats, homie.
Let's check it out. What are the super chats?
Was this for me? I think this is for me. Oh, okay. Oh, first of all, my man gave $100. So shout out to this brother. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's what's up. That deserves a round of applause.
Hold on, let me read this one.
Yeah.
What's good, Brandon? Love the content. Baller Mindset has by far been one of the best courses I ever studied and used.
I agree.
Best advice on where to invest in stocks and indexes? Do you use Robinhood? Webull? I want to know the sauce so I can start balling out of control. All right. Shout out to you, brother. You can I want you to handle the best advice on where to invest stocks and indexes. I'm gonna handle Robinhood. I like Robinhood, especially for like long-term holding, or even like selling, even like the options, the way they do their options. Webull is really cool for trading.
Yeah,
like it really is. They really like, you know, if I went to day trading stocks again, I don't even know if I would use Thinkorswim now. I think I would just use Webull. Like it's that simple. Like the way they have it set up is pretty dope, man.
Webull is fast. Like it's
Yeah.
really fast on its execution, and there's no commissions. With
Mhm.
Thinkorswim, you're going to pay like 50 cents per option contract. I
There's no
personally like
commissions on. There's
Thinkorswim.
no commissions on options.
Not on Webull, no.
I thought didn't Thinkorswim get rid of commissions as well?
No, Thinkorswim gobbles up that cash.
Oh, really? Because it's Schwab.
It's Schwab, yep. It's not a lot, and you can negotiate your fees, but still it
Yeah.
adds up.
And you could trade futures on. You could trade futures on Webull.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. You could trade futures. You could trade crypto. You could trade fucking anything on fucking Webull, bro. It's pretty dope. But Robinhood Legacy is not. It's just not as dope as Webull. You know. But if you trade it, if you're trading Webull, if you're just long-term investing, Robinhood, I got money in both, and I use them for those different reasons.
Robinhood is by far the most beginner-friendly platform. It's not the best if you're like a professional, but what I do like about Robinhood is the money transfers instantly. If I deposit, instant cash. If I withdraw, it hits my bank account the next day.
Yeah,
like with no fees.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to you, brother. What stocks and indexes you for? I mean,
yeah. So it really comes down to like, what are your goals, risk tolerance, time horizon? So I'm just going to speak in generalities, but I was just going over that. Semiconductors, great for the long term.
While you handling, I'm a P. While you handling this and reading the next.
DTCR, this is the data center ETF, AI data centers. Okay. Either we're going to be building out a ton of data centers and expanding, or we're not. The only way we wouldn't would be if there's a ton of regulation that comes through. But even then, I just think that would just delay the inevitable. So I really do like this ETF long term. If you want a little bit more income, but you still want some growth, QQQI, really, really good long term. You're going to get cash flow while you wait. And I really love dividend ETFs and dividend stocks because it kind of incentivizes me to hold them longer because I know I'm going to get paid no matter what. See, if a stock or a ETF doesn't pay a dividend, that's fine. I just have a tough time holding on to the ETF or stock long term because it's like, man, I'm not even getting my cash flow while I wait. You know, I want a little cookie while I'm waiting. And I can also use that cash flow to either reinvest back into the ETF. I can use that cash flow to trade, pay bills, do whatever. So it's not so concentrated in just one thing. So that's what I'd be looking into. Of course, I post a ton of investment ideas and investment research in Victory Trades. Victory Trades right over here, VT Investing. I post some stocks, their current price targets. I tell you guys when I'm buying some long-term stocks, like, hey, I bought some more TSM shares long-term, you know? So that's what I would recommend. Well, technically, none of this is a recommendation. Do I see an NVIDIA continuing its breakout? So this is going to get crazy, extra guac, because I think it can, and I think it does only if big cap tech earnings can deliver. If they shit the bed, if they miss on the estimates, if Jerome Powell rug pulls the market, NVIDIA is just along for the ride. All else being equal, take a look at some levels. You can either buy the all-time high breakout, you can speculate in the middle right here, or you can just wait for a pullback to the prior breakout zone. So that'd be around NVIDIA 200 to 205. So if you're trying to be picky with your entry, 205 to 200, cool. It was kind of a laggard from the rest of the semiconductors as other semiconductors were massively breaking out. You know, you can take a look at ARM. Look at this stock. Stock goes from 150 up to 237. Then drops hard, down 8% today. You know, MRVL. I posted this as a short on the Sunday game plan underneath 163. If you caught that short, you know, that's a little move right there. That's a 9% gain. More if you're grabbing puts. But in terms of the NVIDIA breakout, you have to assume that this breakout will stick unless the market just flops. And so that's why we're breaking down the market. That's why we're looking at all these other ETFs and leading market indicators. IWM is a leading market indicator and it's slightly weak. NASDAQ, just one day off from its all-time highs, so nothing bearish about that. Transports look a little bit weaker. Okay. So that's the high oil prices wrecking havoc on the transports. That's a leading indicator that hints a little bit more bearish. Oil prices being high, that's a little bit more bearish. Bitcoin being weak. Bitcoin is still a leading indicator, and that's been weaker than the broad market. So it really just comes down to the earnings, extra guac. If you ever want to, you just hop into the Discord and shoot and tag me, and I'll get back to you. I'll give you an updated analysis tomorrow.
Yeah. Yo, listen, man. How'd y'all do when I left, man? I had to leave
I finished the day red on futures. I was trying to catch this short in the morning, and it was just so damn choppy.
Yeah.
Like I was like, short right here, stop out. And then just as I ended the live, then the market tanked. I was like, damn it. Well, nothing too crazy, but we do have some really good wins over the past 2 weeks.
The wins,
we profited from that car short, $200 off of that short from 700. So that was a nice little gain. We got Bobby Sama. He got a brand new funded account today.
Come on, man. So like basically when we trade futures, we don't trade with our own money. We use prop firms, and with prop firms, basically you trade with their money, but you gotta pass what's called the evaluation, meaning you have to make a certain amount of profit to prove that you can actually trade. Then once you pass the evaluation, you get a funded account. You can really start trading with their money. And my man Bobby just got a bunch of them, just got a new one. And we help a lot of victory trade members have been able to get those funded accounts. So it's lit.
Exactly. I can't put like an exact number on it, but I'd say about 35 to 40% of all Victory Trades members get a funded account.
Yes, and even if they don't get a funded account, they make money off the options trades.
Oh yeah, the options alerts. Here's Jacob. He's working with a small account. He's making good money. He's catching $50 bills here and there. JD Davis, we've been trading iron condors the past few days. $170 profit. That's just you making money from the market chopping and going nowhere. You get that profit instant, and it has a tax advantage to it. So that's really, really nice. Okay. Jelani over here made 34 grand trading futures in one day. Just a casual 34K right here. You know, nothing too shabby. Here's another Iron Condor win that I alerted. So I send out the alert. Hey, I sold this Iron Condor. Here's the strikes. Boom. Some people take big size. Some people just take one. Awesome. Totally cool. $368 cash. Boom. One day. Here's Wolf. He made $275 off the alerted Iron Condor. Pretty cool. Here's Hanzo. He made $146. He took just one. Here's Jelani getting a $3,000 payout.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
that's what's up. He got a payout so from his funded account. That's what's up, man. When did he post that? Oh, the other day.
He posted in the wins. So this is on
come on, man.
24. So 4 days ago.
Let's go. Let's
Shout
go.
Out to Jelani.
Shout out to Jelani. You know, he was with a different he had a different trading mentor, and he wasn't like making no money until he came to Victory Trades, you know?
Yeah. Sometimes you just like have like a missing piece of the puzzle, and you just need another perspective to like unlock that next level. You know?
Come on, man. Yo, listen. $3,000, that ain't I mean, that's not nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's real.
Yeah. Some people will work 2 months for that, you know?
You know, the average, what I heard that I've heard that something like 5% of people who join prop firms actually get the funded accounts, and then like 10% of those people actually get payouts. But like Victory Trade members, we stay getting payouts, you know?
Yeah. The whole goal is to just grow wealth for everybody. And there's going to be losses here and there, but what's the overall trend? How can you stop the bleeding when you're wrong? And then how can you be as consistent as possible on the wins?
Yeah.
Definitely. Here's an Amazon call debit spread I called out on a live, $48 into $235. Pretty cool. So that's a 389% gain. So that's pretty cool. Here's TSM making 237. That's a trailer. So here's what the alerts look like. So I'm like, hey, you can take profits as needed. I'm holding. Okay. CRML, we took a nice breakout trade on that, made 50%. Here's the Iron Condor trade, 170 profit. I'm basically given the option, hey, I'm entering. Here's the strike price.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the size. Not a lot of people give the size. Okay. And not a lot of people actually tell you when you're exiting. They'll just post an entry and then just post gains infinitely, probably on a sim account. But these are what the trades look like. SPX Iron Condor, DOCN hit max profit last week. I haven't had a losing trade in like the last 9 alerts. So that's pretty cool. I want to make sure that the membership can pay for itself. And
listen,
it's not,
if you guys want to join, if you guys want to join Victory Trades, hit the link in the description.
Yeah.
And you can join Victory Trades. You can start trading with us tomorrow morning. You get Greg's, you can trade futures with us every morning. We trade live, and you get Greg's trade alerts on options trades straight to your phone every day.
Boom.
Come on, man.
That's it. Let's buckle up for Fed. I'm going to be going live twice tomorrow, once in the morning and then once at 2 p.m. Eastern into the end of the day.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I always go live for Fed meetings.
All right. I'm with it.
I either have a big red day or a big winning day.
Yeah. Hold on. You got one more. Did you already answer this one?
Let's check it out. So Robinhood's good if I want to build and hold, buy and hold, I assume. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. It's great for that. It's actually great for that because Robinhood Gold, it has very competitive, especially if you're using margin. It has very competitive margin.
Yep.
Yeah. It's great for that.
Yeah. And really, any broker is fine for
buying. You're just buying and holding, man.
Yeah. Fucking, any broker.
Fucking Cash App.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
but yeah, which is the worst trading platform.
Yeah, because Robinhood, you can do. I was just joking with Cash App. Robinhood, you can do more sophisticated things. You know, like you can sell covered calls against your positions and things like that. You can have more. You know.
Yeah,
you got more options with options. It's super simple. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Robinhood has earnings this week. I think that Robinhood can do well as well.
All right.
Yeah. Just on a side note.
All right.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow morning, Brandon. Peace out, you guys.
Peace. I got to kick you out. Oh, no, it's cool. Here we go. All right. Yo. Do I got a super chat over here?
You do. We have about, Monkey D. Wet ass pussy 02 right now. Get these old Johns out of here. This was earlier today when you were doing the poll.
Oh, okay. What did he say again?
Wet ass pussy is 0 to 2 right now. Get these old Johns out of here.
Oh, because because Cardi took an L too, you know. She just don't know how to pick guys, you know. She just don't know how to pick guys. Like, was anybody surprised? Stefan Diggs had like 4 chicks pregnant, including her, simultaneously. That's wild. That's wild. Yeah, it ain't really work out, man. Yo. Guys, I want to talk to y'all about success habits. I know y'all want to get rich and famous and shit. So let's talk about it. Aristotle once said some shit like, you are what you repeatedly do. So success is actually a habit or something to that effect. I'm paraphrasing the nigga, but you know what I'm talking about, right? So I want to share with you, what I want to do here is rank the best and worst success habits. These are success habits that gurus and internet people will tell you will help you become rich and successful and handsome and everything. But some of these habits are bullshit. Some of them are fucking baller, right? And I'm well suited to rank these motherfucking habits because over the last few years, I'm well suited to rank these habits because, you know, I've built several multi-8-figure businesses from nothing. And I've helped tons of other people build successful business as well, mostly in the online fitness space. So I've seen a lot of success and I've seen a lot of failures, and these are my rankings. Let me share my screen. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right. So here's the rankings. All right. It's going to be the best habits are baller, then ones that are solid, some that are fine, then below fine is trash, and then these one right here, the bottom tier, these is booty, just garbage. You can confidently ignore all these habits. All right. Let's get right into it. All right. So the first habit, what am I going to grab here is no fap. So if you listen to these internet guys, they'll tell you that no fap will give you like special powers and you'll be like an X-Man and you'll be the most focused person in the world and you'll accomplish so much shit. Here's the thing. I say that this habit is booty, motherfucking nonsense, garbage. This type of shit is the equivalent of male astrology. All right. I've read countless books on success, tons of biographies on success, and not one of those books, not one of these authors attributed not beating off to the reason they were successful. None of them. I never read a biography or autobiography of a successful person. It was like, man, I was just struggling. I was broke. And once I stopped touching myself, that's when everything changed. It's bullshit. It's the equivalent of male astrology. When I hear guys talking about no fap is going to help them accomplish all their goals, I'm like, man, it's the same shit as some bitch collecting crystals, reading her horoscope, putting sage around the crib. It's bullshit, man. It's nonsense. Motherfucking nonsense. Here's the truth about success, guys. It's way simpler than you think. It's all really just math. For example, if you wanted to lose fat, you just have to burn more calories than you consume. That's all you got to do. And it doesn't matter what else you do wrong, you'll still lose fat. You can be a fucking dipshit asshole dummy, but if you are burning more calories than you consume, you will lose fat, irrespective of how much you touch yourself. In fact, with that goal, you might burn some calories out here fapping. You know what I'm saying? Right. So this is bullshit. This is just, it's majoring in the minors. It's nonsense. People get mad at me. Like some guys, they'll be like, oh man, no fap made me levitate and now I can walk through walls. I'm like, all right, bro. The thing is, if you believe it, it might be true, right? There is a placebo effect on certain things, right? So if you really believe this shit is going to give you some kind of powers or something, it might help. It might help. All right. But on some real shit, it would just be the placebo effect. Now, let's have another success habit. It's called tracking. This is baller. When I say tracking, it's tracking the metrics that really will contribute to your success. For example, the example I gave you with burning fat, right? If you're tracking how many calories you consume each day, and you're tracking how many calories you burning each day, and if you're burning more calories than you consume, you will lose fat, right? If you want to get money, if you want to become wealthy, hey man, all you got to do is make more money than you spend and invest the difference. If you do that over a long enough period of time, you will get rich, right? But you have to track these things, right? You have to track what you're spending. You have to track, if you have a business, you have to track all your KPIs, track all your numbers, so you know what's going on. You ever watch Shark Tank and you can see after they do their fucking wacky intro, and then the sharks laugh at him, and then Mr. Wonder will say, yeah, man, but tell me the numbers, though. Enough of the singing and dancing and shit, And what happens if they don't know their numbers? They get kicked out the motherfucking tank. Or if they got bad numbers, right? We got to track everything when it comes to success. So for me, I track how many calories I consume each day, my fitness pal, I track how many calories I burn each day with my Oura ring. It also tracks how much I sleep and the quality of my sleep, right? I track how much time I spend with my son, you know. I track how many hours I work and what I'm working on, the hours I work on certain things. And I look at the real metrics, because success is just math. It's way simpler than you think. But if you're not tracking, you slacking. You don't know what's happening. All right. So tracking the metrics will help you out a lot. If you need some help with that, I have a free tool in the description. It's called the Victory Vision Planner. And it show you how to actually start tracking the most important things in your life so you can start optimizing things. All right. Let's go with vision boards. This sounds like some astrology type shit, but I'm gonna say it's fine. I think there is something to that. I think there is something to visualizing your goals. I think there's something to I don't know if you need a vision board to do it, but if it helps you actually see and imagine yourself in that, having accomplished those goals, I think that can be beneficial. Mainly because there's a part of your brain called the reticular activating system, and it basically controls what you notice and what you see. For example, all right, look at my background. Look at my background, and I want you to look at all the red books. All the red books. How many books are red? How many books are red? How many books are red? All right. Now, close your eyes. Close your eyes. What row were all the yellow books on? Right. That might not be the best example, but right. Because you were looking for the red. You knew where the red is, but you might not have noticed the yellow. You definitely might not have noticed the green. You know. All right. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, like it's kind of like when your friend or a family member or even you get a new car, you start seeing that car everywhere, right? You start seeing it right after your boy gets the car, right? You're not an X-Man. You're not Professor Xavier or Jean Grey, man. You ain't even Gambit, right? Well, the car was there the whole time. You just never noticed it because it wasn't in your reticular activating system, which is a part of your brain connected to the brainstem. And then notice what you're focused on. There's too many sounds. There's too many sounds, things to see, textures to notice everything. So your brain kind of tunes out a lot of different things, most things, and it only focuses on what it thinks is important. And those things are what you programmed in your reticular activating system. So I believe that if you use a vision board to program your brain to see yourself accomplishing those goals, your brain is going to find ways and find avenues to help you accomplish those things. It is not magic, but it might help you see the path a little better, if that makes sense. All right. That being said, let's also bring it. Let's go with is this the one? I think this is visualization, where I'm gonna say this is even more important. Is this visualization? I think that's what's supposed to be visualization, right? Visualization. I think that's solid. I'm gonna put that above a vision board because a vision board is really just a tool to help you visualize, right? So I'm gonna put it here for that same reason. Now, here's the thing. If you watch a movie like The Secret or something, they'll make you think it's just magic, right? And if you just start visualizing shit, your whole life will change. No, you still have to put in the work. You still have to work. You still have to put in the work. You still have to hit your numbers. You still have to be tracking. But what's going to happen is you'll start seeing different avenues, right, for you to accomplish it. So, for example, in my house, there's like, I got money art and money rugs and money stuff. My girl helps. She makes like money. She makes like money decorations because I always want to see different ways to get money, right? So it's in my forefront of my brain, different ways, different avenues to make money and get paid. And because of that, I can see it, right? It's kind of like, you ever meet somebody who's just really negative all the time, and all they talk about is reasons why they can't do something, or why they're going to fail, or why it's impossible, or things that are going wrong, because they're focused on that. That's where their focus is. They won't even see the paths where they can improve. They won't even see the different ways that they can actually get closer to accomplish their goals, because they've negatively programmed their reticular activating system. Right? Now, so that's why I think visualization is pretty beneficial, but it's not magic. You still have to work. All right. Let's get into some other ones. Let's go with what is this? Journaling. I think this is journaling. I'm gonna put that at trash just because I ain't never did it and I'm rich. Right. So I want to tell you, but there's people, the only reason it's not here in booty is because there's people who I respect who say that journaling is very helpful. But I ain't seen that shit. So my man Ryan Holiday, who is my favorite author, at least my favorite living author, he talks about journaling being beneficial for him. It's not for me, right? I ain't out here trying to write down my feelings and shit. I'd rather just get to work, but so I'm gonna just put it here. But out of respect for Ryan, because I respect his opinion, I'm not gonna give it my worst rating. Not yet, at least. Let's go with this. Making your bed. I feel people say, man, you got to make your bed to be successful. Yeah, that's booty, man. I'll never make my bed. I've made fucking multiple millions and millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars, like literally. And I'll never make my bed, bro. I'll never make it. I actually remember the last time I made my bed, and it was the first time my girl came to my crib. I made the bed before she came. Other than that, shit, I just leave that shit the way it is, man. Fuck it. Again, the reason I put these in the booty categories, because not that they're bad, it's majoring in the minors. You make a big deal about making your bed or not jagging off. It's like you're majoring in the minors and you're not focused on the things that will really move the needle in your life when it comes to success. All right. Let's go with oh shit. Got some more in here. Gratitude. This is fine. You want to be grateful. I think that's good. Look for things to be grateful for. Look for things to be positive about. I think that's very helpful. Better than being negative. I do know, but the reason I can't make it higher because I know some negative ass people I know some people who are like bad people who are super successful. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. I know some people who aren't so great who are super, super successful. Breath work is just trash. It's not going to make you fucking more successful or anything. I mean, I'm saying the reason it's not booty because it's not like nothing like these two are nothing. I put it in trash because there might be some medicinal benefits from doing breath work. Right? There might be, but as far as like making you more successful, chill out, man. Chill out. Let's go with caffeine. Baller. When it comes to listen, all right. What I'm about to say is not advice, but I take about 1,000 milligrams of caffeine per day. It's not advice. I'm not telling you what to do that. All right. You got to make your own decisions and act accordingly. But for me, caffeine has been the most amazing product in the world. Right. There are studies that show that caffeine increases cognitive function. Right. There's studies that show that caffeine actually aids with fat loss. It aids with physical performance and mental performance. All right. I'm not saying you got to do 1,000 milligrams a day, right? But that's what I do because I love it. Every time I say that, somebody writes, man, you shouldn't need 1,000 milligrams a day. No. We're not talking about what I need. I don't need anything. The only thing I need is food, water, and shelter. Everything else is just optimization. You get what I'm saying? Right? But I'm maxed out the caffeine. But again, I've been abusing caffeine since I was a fucking teenager. Right? Since I was a kid, I've been abusing caffeine. I'm like 28 years deep, taking 1,000 milligrams per day. And my heart is fine. I've had EKG recently. My cardiovascular system is perfect. My blood work is perfect. My heart is in tip-top shape. I'm not telling you to take that much, right? Because we don't know what your heart is going to be like, right? I'm special. I can do shit like that. But everybody's different. Some people die if they eat a peanut. You know, you might not be able to take 1,000 milligrams of caffeine per day, right? But you need to take your fucking max, right? Because it's going to make you more productive. It's going to give you more energy, and it's going to improve cognitive function, all right? Every time I say this, people ask me, what form of caffeine do I take? Whatever I can get my goddamn hands on, all right? So I'll take pre-workout, as long as it got like 300 milligrams of caffeine. I'll drink a Celsius. It only got 200 milligrams of caffeine. Kind of light for me, but I'll take it. Espresso. I got an espresso machine that just sees a lot of action. Yeah, and I'll just take caffeine pills. You know, I got that too. Right. Well, I don't care how I get it. Pause. Right. As long as it ain't got no sugar in it, I take it. You know. And here's just a little pro tip I'm gonna give you guys. If you haven't had sex, vaginal sex, while on pre-workout, right? Then you ain't really had sex. You might have. There's a difference between doing something and doing it the best you can do it. Okay. And if you're not taking pre-workout before vaginal intercourse, you ain't doing it the best you can do it. You're doing it. You're doing something. But you ain't doing it the best you can do. All right. And you're cheating that girl. You're cheating that girl out of a better sexual experience. Right? And here's the thing, guys. If you're having interracial sex, you owe it to your bloodline, to your heritage, to take some pre-workout before you make love to that woman of another race, right? Because you representing your whole race right now. You representing everybody, man. Right? You gonna let us all down. You gonna have us all looking crazy because you ain't take the pre-workout before you had sex with that woman of another race. All right? You gonna have us all looking crazy. And the reason you want to do pre-workout, one, because caffeine increases. Because caffeine improves physical performance and mental performance. Right? So now you going harder, right? But now you're increasing your mental performance. So now you can think on the fly. You might think it's some new positions. You might think it's some new shit to do because you're able to use your head better. You're able to think better, brother. All right. You may figure some shit out that you had never even thought of. Right. You might be able to bust out or invent some new moves in that pussy. Think about it. And caffeine also has something in it called citrulline and other ingredients that are what? Vasodilators. What's a vasodilator? These are substances that increase blood flow. What is an erection? Blood flow, right? That's all Viagra or Cialis is a vasodilator. Super strong vasodilator, right? Pre-workout, it's a vasodilator too, man. Come on now. Listen, brother. You know how hard Martin Luther King and Harriet Tubman and Rosa Parks had to fight for you to be able to have sex with a woman of another race? That shit used to be illegal. You owe it to the whole civil rights movement to take the pre-workout before you hit that, man. All right. Stop slacking off. All right. The whole culture is dependent on you. You need to take some pre-workout before you hit that pussy for the culture. All right. Let's keep going. Let's go with I use this thing, standing desk. I'm gonna say this is super solid. This is standing desk. This is solid. So even this desk right here, this should have lift up. All my work desk in my crib will lift up, right? Because you don't want to be sitting down the whole time, because sitting down, you kind of get tired if you sit down. But if you stand up, you'll be more alert. You get more blood flow, and you get more blood flow to your brain, your cranium, right? And you'll be able to think more. I think standing desk is solid. And plus, sitting down all day, it's kind of bad for you. It's bad for humans. Like we weren't really meant to sit down 8 hours a day or some shit, right? So if you have a sedentary job, you're gonna burn less calories, you're gonna get fatter. And it's just good for, like, I think this is a solid option that can really just improve anybody's life. Oh, shit, I'm not sharing my screen. Yeah, so this is standing desk. We're gonna put this shit in the solid category right here. All right. Let's go with, now let's say we want to take it to the next level and we want the treadmill desk. I'm gonna put that in the solid area too. So if you want to take it to the next level, treadmill desk goes hard. The only problem is, the reason it's not in baller is because you might fall off that motherfucker. And for me, it's more difficult to, like, think about not falling off this shit and, like, concentrating on, especially if I have something cognitively demanding. Like, when I was on the treadmill desk, I would step off that motherfucker. And I have fell off this shit. Like, sometimes you'll step on the side and just bust your shit. That has happened to me more than once. So now I don't have it on the list. I should have it on it. I have something called a desk bike. And I put that in the baller category, a desk bike. So now I'm pedaling, and I can bring it straight. I have two of them, and I can bring, it's like a bicicleta bike that doesn't have a desk or handlebars. So a stationary bike, and it's just and I can roll that up to my standing desk. And now when I do that, it's like I can pedal the whole time, but I don't have to think about my fucking balance. So I can do more cognitively demanding tasks. If I forgot to put that here, but if I had it, I would put that in baller. All right, the desk bike. All right, now we got waking up early. I'm gonna put that in baller. All right. Now, it doesn't matter if you wake up early or late, as long as you get the right amount of hours in. It's just easier, in my opinion, to get work done if you wake up early, because now you can start getting shit done before people wake up, before people start bothering you, before you start getting emails and texts. You get some, like, time alone where you can start working. I wake up at around 5:30 each day. I used to wake up earlier, but, like, in my 30s, I woke up at 4:30. 4:30. Now I'm in my 40s. I'm 43. I give myself an extra hour. Give myself an extra hour of sleep. You know what I'm saying? But it allows me to get a lot of work done and get things accomplished before people start fucking messaging me, before fucking there's any problems that I have to handle or any fires I have to put out. Right now, some people can do that at night. They use the nighttime for that. I prefer the morning, personally. All right. Let's go with reading. Reading is also baller. I've heard some people say, no, that's not reading. That's not the one for reading. This is the one for reading. All right. I've heard some people say that they don't read. There's one guy in particular I'm thinking about. He says, I don't read. He said reading is stupid, and he's super successful. And I'm friends with the guy, so I'm not going to name him. If what he says is true, then he's like the only guy who's, like, super successful who says he doesn't read. If it's true, right? Because I've heard him say things that I was like, yo, like I've read that before. Now that doesn't mean that he's lying, but if it's true that he doesn't read and he just got all this knowledge from doing shit the way he says, one, that probably just means he's smarter than me, but it also means he's smarter than like Elon Musk, who says he's been an avid reader since he was a kid. He's smarter than Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, people who say that they read like all the time. Buffett spends like hours a day reading. You know, Bill Gates go on reading vacations when he's not on them other type of vacations, if you know what I mean. You know, right? Like it's almost every successful person I know reads. And honestly, it's pretty rare to meet someone who's successful and doesn't read pretty vigorously. It's super rare. Like I can only name one guy who claims to it, and I don't know that that's true. All right. Let's go back. Okay. Let's go with Adderall. Adderall. I want to put it in baller, but it's so addictive and it has so many side effects that I got to just put it in solid, right? So man, there was a point where I was working super hard and I was taking a bunch of Adderall and I was working super hard and I was getting a lot of done, but I got super skinny because it makes you like not hungry. So I wasn't really eating enough. I wasn't eating enough. And then once I quit this shit, I had to quit it because I was getting too skinny. Excuse me. I was like depressed for 2 weeks. And it was the withdrawal symptom from being on this shit. This is basically like speed. This is basically fucking speed. So like you don't want to get addicted to that shit, man. But you will get addicted to it. So like that's why I can't give it the best rating. You know what I'm saying? But it works. It's just you gotta know the trade-offs if you're gonna take that shit. All right. Oh, and I couldn't really sleep when I was doing it either. I couldn't sleep, right? Which brings me to sleep optimization. This is solid. Like getting the right amount of sleep. You're gonna think better. You're gonna think clearer. You're gonna have more energy too. And it's gonna affect your mood. So I read a study once that most people would be like, I want to say about 30 to 40% happier if they got 1 extra hour of sleep. Right? People do all the stuff because they want to be happier, but like the easy way to do it is get 1 extra hour of sleep per day. If you just do that, you'll get 1 more hour of sleep per day. And you'll be like 30 to 40% happier. So I think sleep is beneficial. Monk mode. I'm gonna say this is fine. I don't think it's great. And let me tell you why. I think if you have to go into this, this prolonged, almost ceremonial thing where it's like, oh, I'm gonna work super hard for 90 days or a year, and you're gonna cut off everything, you're gonna do it all this, and you're gonna impose like basically emotional austerity on yourself. If you have to do that, it's almost like an emergency, you know? And I'm sure there's a time and place for it, but it's like, I would only do that shit like in an emergency, you know, like I really need to accomplish some shit. I don't think it's it's like in case of emergency, you use this. It's not something you want to use as a tactic, you know? What I think is better is if you can learn to like have a period of deep work every day, right? If you can set aside like 4 hours to work really hard without distractions every day, right? And you see at least 4 hours on whatever your goal is. I ain't never seen nobody fail who could do this. And you still work the other hours a day, but if you do that, then it's like a mini monk mode throughout the day, as opposed to a stretched out time where you don't watch any TV, don't have any fun, don't see your family, your friends, right? Like that just seems like it's insane. That just seems ridiculous. Right? I would do it if there was an emergency. You know, in case of an emergency, I do it. And I've done it in emergency situations, but I don't think it's a strategy unless you are in an emergency, you know. Let's go with the Pomodoro method. I think this is kind of trash. So the Pomodoro method, you're supposed to set a timer and you work for 25 minutes and then you take a break for 5 minutes. You work for 25 minutes and you take a break for 5 minutes. And the problem with that is, after those 25 minutes, I still want to work. I don't want to take that 5-minute break. So I'd rather just go fucking balls to the wall for like 2 to 4 hours without the break. But if you find it helpful, then go for it. People say you need to dress for success. I would say this is fine. I don't think it's good or bad. I think it's fine. Because the reason it can't be higher than that is because Hermosi. Hermosi was my dog, right? But Hermosi dresses like a fucking lumberjack, right? And and he's like super successful and rich, right? Which makes me believe, oh, maybe it's not that fucking important. I will say, here's one thing I will say. If you're Black or Latino, it may be more important, right? And the reason why may be more important because there's a lot of stereotypes that are associated with our nationalities. And if you're wearing a suit or wearing slacks or dressed nice, or even like when the kids were doing the quarter zip shit, you kind of bypass those stereotypes, and you may be able to get some advantages that you may not get otherwise. I remember when I first noticed this was when I was in college. I went to Howard University, which is a historically Black college, right? It's the largest one, the best one. And I was in the School of Business, and I believe it was Tuesday. Every Tuesday, we had to wear suits for the business orientation class. Like freshman year, we had to wear suits. And when I was walking around with the suit, everywhere I go, like walking around DC with the suit, I got a different level of respect from people. Like people treated me different. It was something I couldn't, especially because when I wasn't wearing a suit, I was dressed like Fabulous or Cameron or some shit. I was dressed like Nelly and the Saint Lunatics when I wasn't wearing the suit. And I noticed that. And then when I had a job as a security guard at the Prada store, they gave me a Prada suit to wear, and I would wear that into the store. And I'm riding the train, people say, "Oh, excuse me, sir." Like people just treated me mad differently when I was wearing that suit. And it's probably like that with everyone, but if you're Black or Latino, you have certain stereotypes that are associated with us that we have to contend with, and you kind of able to bypass all that shit if you dress. I'm not saying you got to wear a suit or be dressed like the Monopoly man, right? But if you're wearing slacks or you wear a quarter zip or even a polo with some slacks or something, you're gonna get some. You kind of bypass all those stereotypes, and if you get, I'm telling you, man, getting stopped by the police in a suit is way different than getting stopped by the police in dressing like. Dressed like Nelly from the Hot in Here video. You know what I'm saying? Like when you hear about Black guys getting shot by the cops, none of them were in suits. Seriously, none of them were in suits. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's what it is. It's just, hey, I'm just saying. Take that for what it's worth, brother. All right. Cold showers. I'm gonna put this is fine. You don't have to do it, but there are some benefits and there's some additional benefits. I'm gonna put it as solid just because I read a study that when people were taking cold showers, they were about 40% less likely to get sick. And it's hard to fucking crush your goals if you sick in the bed with the flu. Personally, I ain't had a cold in over 6 years. You know what I'm saying? I had a cold. I'm sorry, 11 years since I had a cold. It's been 11 years since I had a cold, but I think it's because of one of the other habits. I'm going to tell you more than that, right? But you'll get sick less if you take cold showers, according to the data. All right. Google Calendar. So what I do is I plan every hour of every day in my calendar, and I think that's baller. Bruce Lee said time is the most important. Bruce Lee said that time. He said, if you love life, don't waste time, because time is what life is made of. All right. And I plan every hour of every day in my calendar. I can show you real quick. If I go to, like, this is what my shit looks like. Let me put it on. So this is today. You can see every hour's, even there it is. It's just, I have to show you better. I'll put it on month mode. This is what my calendar looks like. Every hour of every day is accounted for, right? And what happens is if you start planning every hour of every day, you're going to get way more done. You'll notice that you have way more time than you think, and you'll accomplish way more things as a result. And time is the most important asset. I'm telling you, it's the most important asset, but you don't really know how much time you're squandering until you start planning every hour, every day in your calendar. I have videos on how to do that. And if you want, you can go check out some of those videos, right? But if you did it for a week, I promise you'll be your most productive week of your life. If you did it for a fucking month, you'll accomplish more in a month than most people do in like 90 days. And you'll be shocked at how much time you were wasting before. All right. Let's go with so I'm gonna say intermittent fasting, just because I think this is actually kind of I want to put it here, but I'm gonna put it as fine. And the reason it's effective is because I remember when I first started doing intermittent fasting, I did it for like 5 years in a row before I went keto. And I would fast for 16 hours a day, and I would eat for 8. And during that fast, once you get acclimated to it, I was so much more productive. You guys notice that? Like, you ever notice you're so much more productive? The problem is I would break my fast at 3, and my goal was to get all my work done before 3, because once that fast ended, the productivity was over, right? And I'll explain why in a minute when I get to the next one. But I was super productive during that period of time, right? But I think if you just optimize your diet, that's superior. So I'm gonna put this in solid, just optimizing your diet. And what I mean, what's going to help you with your diet, if you want to be, as far as success is concerned, not bodybuilding, not body composition, but actual success, while you're working, keep your glucose levels low. So you want to eat things that are low on the glycemic index, right? And because before, when I was doing intermittent fasting, I wasn't keto, so I would eat carbs and shit when I broke my fast. Here's the problem with that. When your glucose levels spike, carbohydrates will convert into glucose or glycogen. And once your blood glucose levels go above 110, your pancreas secretes a hormone called insulin. Insulin's job is to flush out the excess glucose in your system. The problem is it does it very indiscriminately. Right. And it'll take it from your brain, your whole body. It'll just take out as much as it can. And that's why a lot of people get tired after they eat a big meal. I think the professional term for that is the itis. And that doesn't happen to me anymore because I do the ketogenic diet. Right? So what I would recommend, you don't have to go keto like me, but at least maybe like limit your carbs while you're working. I promise you, just try it. Just limit your carbohydrates while you're working. Eat as much as you want when you're done working. Right. But if you limit your carbs while you're working, I promise you, you'll be more productive because you won't get that the itis or the food coma. I'm telling you, I'm keto, so I feel like this all the time. I don't never get the itis but I've been keto for 11 years. There's studies that show that the ketogenic diet actually boosts immune system, right? And there's other studies that show when they put animals on keto, they live longer, healthier lives. Once I went keto, I stopped getting sick. I haven't had a cold in 11 years. take that for what it's worth. I'm not saying that happened to you, but that's been my experience, and there's a lot of data to back that up. Just look up ketogenic diet and immune system. You don't have to believe me. I know you guys hate keto, but just look into it, man. And the main reason I do it though is for the cognitive abilities, but not getting sick is dope too. During my girl had fucking COVID 3 times. I ain't take no precautions, man. Eating off her plate. We was making sweet love to each other while she had COVID, man. I remember when she had to stop to blow her nose in the middle of intercourse. I was like, shit, I'll wait. I'll wait, baby. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of snot on the upper lip, man. I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping at all. All right. I have something called the list of hate. Oh, I'm gonna come back to the list of hate. All right. I'm gonna run through some of these ones because it's taking too long. Goal setting. I don't think I have to talk to you about goal setting. Goal setting is fucking solid. I used to do this thing called tracking my mood. I use this app called iMood Tracker to track my mood every few hours. And before the iPhone came out, I was doing it with a pen and paper because I have bipolar 2, and it's something I struggle with my whole life, and at least my whole adult life, and it's really helped me figure out ways to deal with the depression. I think it runs in my family. My father committed suicide when I was in my early 20s, and he probably had some undiagnosed shit going on, I would imagine. And when I was going through the depression states, tracking my mood is something that really helped me manage my depression. And the reason why it works is basically I had an alarm go off every 2 hours. I just did it with paper, and I would mark where my happiness level from 1 to 10. So 1 would be like, yo, man, I don't know if I want to be here no more. And 10 would be like the way Drake felt when the Raptors won the NBA championship, right? That's 10. And I would just mark where I was, and then I would mark if it was super low or super high, I would write why. And over time, they start to develop patterns. And I said, okay, I would eliminate the things or the people that made my mood super low. And I would try to do more of the things that made it high, as long as they were healthy and productive, right? Or things that you can, some things you can't replicate, but, I noticed the biggest result was not actually going for more highs, but getting rid of the lows. So once I had data on the things that lowered my mood, I stopped doing those. What I noticed, my average mood would start to raise. And I found it like super helpful. I do it to this day. I use the app called iMood Journal, and I have it notification go off every 2 hours. And I just mark where I am from 1 to 10. If it's super high or super low, I say why. Then I start having patterns and data. All right. I think that's super helpful. Masterminds are I'm gonna say joining the mastermind is solid, because once there'll be people there who are super successful, and you can learn from them, and they're really, you can get a lot of knowledge from books, and it's really good. It gives you a good foundation. And I still read all the time, but when I go to masterminds, like I'm talking to, like my boy Jeremy, he has a mastermind, and I'm talking to people who are making tons of money, and they're telling me shit that worked for them last month. Whereas if I read Ray Dalio's book, he's going to tell me shit that worked for him over the last 10 years, which is probably solid, right? But, it's different when I see some shit that learned last month, right? I might get some new innovative tactics, right? And just being around people who actually are accomplishing big shit, it makes it feel more possible, right? So if you're not, or you become like the people you're around, and if you're in a mastermind, you end up being around people who are doing good shit if you pick the right ones, right? So masterminds is baller. Meditation, I think, is baller, man. This is something that's really helped me in my life. One, dealing with depression, and there's a lot of studies that show that meditation will improve your mood, improve your brain. But and even have health benefits. People who meditate get sick less. They live longer. They look young. It slows the aging process down by increasing the length of your telomeres. But what I think is the most important part is there was a study done by Harvard University that showed that just after 8 weeks of meditation, the part of the participants, they measured their brain before and after, the part of their brain called the amygdala started to shrink. The amygdala is the part of your brain that makes you a spaz. It's where your fight or flight shit comes from. So, where you start to panic and shit, right? So when you see somebody flipping out over some little, oh man, my flight's delayed. You ever been at the plane station and somebody's flight delayed and they start spazzing out, acting crazy, right? Or you see somebody in traffic, or people mad because it rains. Yeah, they got an overactive amygdala, right? Because all those emotions come from that part of the brain. Like emotions are literally made in your brain, right? And what happens is that part of your brain starts to shrink. Like the Harvard University study showed this. And just after 8 weeks, I've been meditating for like 20 years, right? That's why I'm so much cooler than most people, right? Because my amygdala, like my brain is literally structurally different than most people as a result of the meditation, right? So it makes you less of a spaz. But then there's other studies that show that the part of your brain, the frontal lobe, neocortex, this is where logic and decision making comes from. They noticed that after months of meditation, that part of your brain starts to become more dense, right? So now your neocortex, which is responsible for logic, becomes denser, and your amygdala starts to shrink, right? And what happens is you fucking more logical and less of a fucking spaz. You cooler, calmer, making better decisions. That's gonna help with everybody. A lot of people think it's about relaxation or chilling out. It doesn't work like that. Or people will be like, oh man, I meditated today and I didn't feel nothing. No, motherfucker. It's not like an instant kind of thing. It's kind of like lifting weights. If you lift weights today, you're not going to notice shit tomorrow, right? You got to do it over a long period of time. I want you to think about it. You got to think about it like exercise for your brain. Like that's how I think about it, like brain exercise. And it's, it's super important. I also have something called the list of hate. The list of hate. So this is for anybody who needs motivation. How do I get motivated? I get motivated. Make a list of hate. Yeah. So here's how the list of hate works. Make a list of everybody who did you wrong, talk shit about you, said you couldn't do it, women who cheated on you, guys who fucked your girlfriend. Listen, I'm sorry about that, man. It was a long time ago, man. But if you need to put me on a list, go ahead. It was like 10 years ago, man. But whatever, put me on the list if you need to. And every time you don't feel like working, look at that list. Anytime you don't feel motivated to go to the gym or to work on your goals, look at that list. And just know that if you don't work on your goals, if you don't go hard, then the haters win. You gonna let the haters win? You gonna let the haters win? I hope not. I hope not. Right. And then you should get a boost of motivation from that. But you should also need something called the list of great. So I want you to think about a version of you that already accomplished all your goals. And then I want you to write down all the attributes that person has. Like what time does he wake up? Does he track his calories? What does he eat? Does he skip workouts? Does he plan out his days in his calendar? Like all the attributes that this person has. And look at that every day too. And what's going to happen is every time you start to act in accordance to what's on your list of great, you're going to feel more, you're going to get like a surge of dopamine, right? Because you're going to know that you're actually becoming the person you need to be to accomplish your goals. And it's going to feel good. And it's going to get positive reinforcement. And you'll want to do those things more, right? And the things that aren't. So now what we have list of hate, we have pain and pleasure. And this is based off psychology, right? Sigmund Freud said that the reason anyone does anything is they're moving towards pleasure or away from pain. So what we're doing is we're rewiring our brains to take pleasure in the things that we're supposed to do to accomplish our goals. That's the list of great. And we're associating pain with the things that will prevent us from accomplishing our goals. Sleeping in, fucking around, playing video games, right? We're associating pain with that, and we're changing our association with pain and pleasure, and it's gonna make it easier for us to do the thing that we need to do to accomplish our goals. All right. So that's my list, man. That's my list. I think we did a good job here. We did a good job here today. Listen, guys, I'm doing a live training this Sunday where I'll show you how to grow your online fitness business. If that's one of your goals, I'm gonna show you how to use AI to grow your online fitness business to sell more. I'm showing you how to use AI to grow your following. I'm gonna show you how to use AI to get more clients, and I'm going to show you how to use AI to train them so they get great results. All right, click the link in the description. Click the link in your description and register for that right now. Yo, I think there's some super chats. We got some super chats.
Yes. We have Mr. Out of Context says, thanks for the constant game and entertainment, man.
Glad I can help, brother. That's Canadian money, man. We getting that international money.
We have Caden. Hey, Brandon, I'm getting 0% business loan. I have businesses already, but what do you recommend I do with 100K to make the most money?
Shit, man. It's hard without the first of all, congratulations. It's hard to answer that question without the appropriate context because I don't know what skills you have or what business you're in. But I will say what will help every business is being able to acquire customers. So if you can really learn pay-per-click advertising, so this is Meta ads, Facebook, Instagram, and Google ads, which Google and YouTube. If you can learn those ad platforms, I think that's going to help everybody, any business. Excuse me. That's going to help any business. Yeah.
We have Withers is Cold.
Been
wanting to ask for a while, why don't you see a benefit in journaling? Is meditation and Notion checklist way more effective to mental health and reflecting on your day?
Yo, bro, I don't know, man. It just seemed kind of like fruity to me, man. Maybe it's just that. Maybe I just have some mental block, but it seems like I don't know. I don't want to write about my feelings and shit. I just want to get to work, Like I can't. I don't think I'm able to understand how writing about my feelings is going to help me fucking get this money or accomplish my goals or anything. Like I almost don't care how I feel sometimes, right? Like, I'll do some shit even if I don't care about it. I just do what needs to be done, Yeah, I don't know. I just can't draw that line between fucking writing down my feelings and becoming successful. But I could be wrong, right? But it's just not my thing. And that's okay.
Caden says, also, could you recap some of your first Victory Talk episodes? I love what you're doing now still, but I had great success unfucking my life with your OG podcast episodes and would love a new map to do it again better.
Hey, man. Sounds like a good idea, brother. Appreciate that, man. And I'm glad you found it helpful. That does sound like a good idea.
We have Marcus. Best way to scale moving company, 9K a month currently.
Hey, first of all, congratulations, 9K a month. Yeah, man. Local ads, local Instagram ads, and Google ads, right? So you got to do them locally. So you only have you pick a zip code in a certain mile radius around that zip code. That's going to be very helpful if you can learn how to do ads locally, right? For people, I think that's going to help you a lot. You learn that. And that's the best way to scale doing advertising.
We have Steven, Yo BBC. I love sazon on the grilled chicken so much. I eat that every day. Would you eat that though, even though it has red 40, yellow 5, and MSG?
Yo, listen. I want you guys to listen. I want you to listen to me. I want you to listen to me good. Okay. If I die from red 40 or yellow 5, that It's natural selection. That just means I wasn't supposed to pass my genes on. Right? I will be fine. I am not tripping off no motherfucking red 40 or no yellow 5 or no MSG, man. Fuck that shit. Sazone is good shit. So yeah. Yeah, man. You should eat that shit. Let's go.
Follow-up questions. When you military press heavy, are you not afraid of breaking your back? How much weight are you doing on that these days?
Military press, if I'm sitting down, well, first of all, I'm sitting down. I don't like arch my. See, a lot of times people will do the military press. It's basically like a shoulder press, and they'll arch their back so much that they turn it into a fucking incline press, right? If you arch your back like crazy, now you're doing the incline press. Because look at it's the same as the incline press, right? Same angle. And that's why they do it, because they're cheating. Where I like to keep my back kind of flat against the bench if I'm doing that. Or standing, or I do it standing, overhead press. But I don't really do that much, honestly. Like I do freestanding handstand push-ups. And I weigh about 200 pounds. I mean, you're not lifting the whole 200 pounds when you're doing handstand push-ups, right? Because you're not like lifting your arms, because your arms are doing the lifting. Yeah, but you know what I mean? But that's like the only thing I do for my shoulders now. Sometimes I'll do some lateral raises, but not a big deal. But when I used to do it, yeah, man, just don't turn that shit into incline press. Keep your back against the fucking bench. You'll be good, homie. But it's good. I'm glad you're concerned with having good form. I do like that.
We have the Mighty Big Cat. Hey, Brandon, what's your thoughts on tech sales?
Oh, I mean, I think it could be beneficial. I think it'd be cool. Like any kind of sales, if you're in a good industry, and tech can be a really good industry. You can make a lot of money. If as long as it really is, the company is more important than the industry in most sales jobs, because different companies have different things going on. Like some companies, you got to get your own leads, right? But if they got constant lead flow and the quality lead flow, if I was a salesperson, I'd rather have that in a shitty industry than work in a good industry where I got to get my own leads, because now I got to do the other work, right? And I'm not saying that's bad to have to get your own leads or to have to cold call or do door knocking, right? But it's the company. Some companies you have to do cold calling. Some companies they get inbound leads and you don't have to cold call nobody. That's a lot easier, right? So it's really about the company more than the industry, I think, right? Hey guys, this has been another episode of that Victory Talk podcast. Is that the last one? DJ Chiquita? Yes. Okay. Listen, guys, make sure you register for that live training I'm doing this Sunday on how to grow your online fitness business using AI. The link is in the description. All right. I'll holler at y'all. Peace. How I end this shit? Damn, I'm used to just saying peace and then it ends. Here we go. Here you go. All right, y'all.